At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public.
League Esports.
Well, hello and good evening, everybody. It is Friday night, and it is the first Friday of the month, which means it's time for TLE, the podcast. I'm the One Fish here with you, and here with me, of course, is Danny J, a.k.a. Yakubescu. What up, Danny? Kind of fun. Let me make sure I've got your audio being captured because it's bugging me. Hold on.
And Green Leader said I'm muted.
There it is. Now you're not. I got you. Hi, Green Leader. How are you?
What up, Green? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Yeah, we're just going to have the fun little Hot Tub Dan welcome. Yeah, we're just going to have a fun little podcast, just do a little talking. And
podcast. We got some things to talk about. We got some cool news and updates and notes and a fun little program here for you guys. So we'll be here for tops an hour. But
and if you guys got any Q&A, maybe we'll do a little Q&A in the middle somewhere there.
Don't mind that at all. But yeah, welcome to the podcast. This is episode number 2.
That's this many.
That's that many. Danny can count all the way
to
both.
10.
Oh, I said to both. We will have a guest later in the show. That will be Lieutenant Dan. But hey, let's start things off on the right note. We have, to start off, the TLE dad joke of the day.
Oh, dear.
All right. What sound does a witch's car make?
I don't know, fish.
Broom, broom, broom. You want another one? I got another one. You want it? Here it comes.
Okay.
How do you make holy water? You boil the hell out of it. Yep, starting off on the right note. Danny can't even hold it in. It's perfect. It's perfect. Oh my goodness. Welcome to the stream. If you are happy with that, stick around. What? You want another one? Is that what you're asking for?
Yeah, that's it.
I can't even read this one. What do you call a fish with 2 knees? A toonie fish.
All right, and that's it for us, folks. Thanks for joining. Have a good night.
Hit the music.
Oh dear. All right.
Sorry. Okay, that's enough. I'm done. I'm done with the dad jokes. I closed the tab. It's out. I'm done. I'm finished.
No, I all right. I'll give you one. I got one. I got one dad joke.
Okay, you got one. All right, let's go.
LSD team instead of LDS. Thanks, Sovereign of Flames. No, if a child refuses to sleep during nap time, are they guilty of resisting arrest?
Yeah. Boo!
Yeah.
So, dad jokes are so dumb.
My coworker told me that one today, and that one, yeah. Anyway, let's move into some news and announcements. What is coming down the pipeline, Fish?
Well, coming down the pipeline, we have, of course, the announcement we made last night during Rocket League, and that is brand new jerseys are going to be released soon. So here's a look at the brand new jersey. We got the TLE Cerulean Blue, absolutely gorgeous right there, and the exclusive limited edition TLE Black logo, never before released, and also the hexagons there to put your little patch representing your league and your season or your game. You put your custom name on the back, either your name, your team name. Lots of customization available. I'm working on the designs there for the other stuff on the jersey. So that's the first thing.
Yeah, we're pretty excited. We're also really grateful for JP Pro Design, or JC Pro Design.
JC Pro Design, yeah.
Working with us with that. They're awesome. If you guys haven't checked them out, they're a really cool company. They're based here in Salt Lake City, and they do custom shirts, custom jerseys, and you don't have to order 100 of them to get the discount. He does them at a really good, cheap price. So really grateful for him and kind of our unwritten partnership with JC Pro Design. So
yep.
Also, our Twitch stream, Fish, speaking of jerseys, we on TLE1, not 2, but TLE1, got over 1,000 followers. That means one lucky random follower, as soon as we get our jerseys released, is going to receive a free TLE jersey, which is going to be cool.
Yes.
And we're working on getting more kind of giveaways, more things to interact with y'all's, with our fans, our community, everyone out there. So pretty excited about topping over 1,000 followers. We're halfway to our goal for the year.
It's a huge milestone, to be honest. It's something that took a little while to get to, but man, it feels cool to be there. So yeah, awesome stuff. So that is the second thing. The other thing that we'll touch on more later, but that I have listed here, RLCS is canceled, so we won't be going to Dallas, unfortunately. So you're stuck with us. In April, we won't be taking that weekend off. Instead, we'll be here.
Yeah, our plan was to go down to RLCS, to the World Championships.
In Dallas.
In Dallas, hang out and meet some of the guys, some of the players. It was going to be a lot of fun. But since they canceled it, we'll have to figure out another time to do that.
So upset about them canceling it too. It's stuck in me like a dagger in the meat of my thigh.
Wow.
It hurts.
That's...
I know it's oddly specific, but
that raises the question.
I'm so mad.
Have you had a dab of your thigh?
No, but I saw it happen to Will Ferrell. Uh-oh, my camera froze.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Let me restart my camera.
Uh-oh. Fish is frozen.
I'm frozen in a beautiful pose, though, so you guys get to stick with that.
It's almost the thinker.
Almost.
Almost.
Didn't quite make it.
So, while Fish is working on that, we're going to work our way into kind of segment 2. We're going to get into current TLE leagues, what's going on. And we got finally starting to get more of our leagues up and going. We're a little bit behind schedule on some of the stuff, but we're pretty excited about what we have in the pipe. We got League of Legends back, and they're doing a good job over there. And we'll be delving more into League of Legends and what's going on coming up here shortly. And that's running Monday nights and Tuesday nights on TLE1. And then Rocket League, we just finished up week 6 last night. We only got Fish. How many more weeks do we have of our regular season? 1, 2 weeks?
I think one.
And then we're going to be moving into tournament time. So seeding's on the line. We've had some interconference play, if you will. You want to go over that, Fish?
Yeah, so we started the season with 3 divisions, the Octane, the Dominus, and the Breakout, representing 3 different skill levels. And then towards the back half of the season, we did a cross-divisional play. So I pitted the bottom 2 of Octane versus the top 2 of Dominus, and then the bottom 2 of Dominus versus the top 2 of Breakout to see how they matched up, see if we placed everybody kind of in the right spots. And going to the tournament, there might be a couple switches. Some teams were just they were borderline to begin with, need to be pushed up, and others were kind of borderline, need to be pushed down. So little bit of mixing there, which is why I think I need one more week just to make assessments, and then I think we'll break it into 2 tournaments, not 3. So that way we can have the upper tournament, the lower tournament, and get everybody that was kind of in the middle into the right space, and then see where they head into for next season as well. But it's been a good season. There have been some amazing matches. The parity in the divisions has been really, really good. So lots of 5-game series, lots of, just not a lot of sweeps, to be honest. So
no, it's been a lot of fun. Rocket League's been a blast.
Yeah, we definitely did our job right as far as setting up who goes where. But yeah, just an interesting dynamic this season with the different skill levels and things like that. So
right. And then also, I guess this also could have been stuck in announcements. Last night, we opened up registration for our next Super Smash Bros. Ultimate League. That's going to be running Wednesday nights on TLE1, and we're going to get that going. We got two or three casters for it. I'm going to be helping run it, and so it's going to be a lot of fun. I actually was talking with one of the kind of the local pros today. He may be joining us on our casting team, which is just kind of cool.
It's awesome.
We're getting Smash Bros. Back. So if you are interested in playing Smash,
or
talking about it, one, get your Switch and have it get it hooked in to a LAN Ethernet cord. It makes it way easier, way better.
Oh, much more stable.
Oh my gosh.
They're like they have them for like $12 on Amazon.
Yeah.
Or you can get the official Nintendo one for like 25.
Yeah, it's not too bad. But 2, we're going to be getting that underway, and it's going to be so much fun. My goodness, we had a blast in our beta season. So first official season, it's only a couple bucks to join per person. And the more players we get, the bigger prize pool, the more prizes we can give out. So yeah, That's where we're starting up, the 25th? I believe that's the Wednesday.
Yes, the final Wednesday of March will be the first week of Smash Bros, which for the people running it can be a preseason week or it can be the official get into it right away week. So that's kind of up to you guys. But
yeah, so we're working on it behind the scenes. It's been a while coming. Our last couples, our casters for last season, some of their schedules changed, and so that we've been working hard trying to get that back up and going. Other leagues we're working on getting a first-person shooter back in and trying to figure out the best way to do those. Also looking at maybe spreading some of our other strategy games. Our goal is, like we said in our last stream, our last podcast, our goal is to have 10 different leagues running simultaneously so that we have lots and lots of content, lots and lots of options by the end of the year. Valorant League.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
Is that a type of Pokemon?
I don't know, but Hot Tub Dan, go ahead and message what that is, and maybe we'll look into it, man, for sure.
FPS.
Oh,
yeah. Okay, yeah. I think I saw something about it, actually.
Okay.
No, I did see something about it from Riot. You're right.
Okay, I know R6 is one of the games we've been talking about working on, trying to get into it, which would be a lot of fun. The biggest problem is it's not really cross-platform, and so do we just run PC? Do we just run Xbox? Do we just run PS4? And try to figure out the best way to run it. And that's kind of our catch right now with a lot of the first-person shooters, but we're excited to be getting back into those, especially when Halo Infinite comes out.
Eventually, sometime.
So
who knows when. Anyway. So yeah, I think anything else going on TLE officially? No.
No, we got
in
some
the works.
Cool things in the works. Lots of things in the works. Potential partnerships to announce next time.
Some special guests next month. Gaming Con still out there.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting on Gaming Con, not us. That's
yeah. Salt Lake Gaming Con. Also working on Extra Life for this year. Extra Life Utah. Changing the name officially from Extra Life Salt Lake City to Extra Life Utah because we are trying to include the entire state. And last year we were able to achieve that. We had people from Logan to St. George coming to the event, so it's awesome. We're trying to make it bigger. We may be working with some partners there as well, and
not the same location. That's
yeah. We're growing. We outgrew that location.
I walked by that lady today, by the way. You remember her name? I don't remember her name, but
nope.
Yeah, I walked by her today as I was going into TJ Maxx. I saw her coming out. Didn't acknowledge either one of us.
All right. And on that note,
that's a person we don't need to remember.
On that note, Fish, I think we need to bring in our special guest for tonight.
Let's do it.
All right. So we're going to bring in, this is Lieutenant Dan, and he is the man with the plan for League of Legends. Lieutenant Dan, you there?
I am here. How's it going?
Good, man. How are you? How's everything going?
I'm doing pretty well. Just glad it's the weekend. That's for sure.
Right? Thank goodness.
Now, I want to get this out of the way to start with. You had to change your plans to be here tonight.
A little bit, yeah.
And
what? Are you telling me you skipped the ballet?
Yeah. So there's a ballet show going on at the University of Utah that a bunch of my friends are performing in. I was going to do it tonight with a few friends, but it's going on this weekend and next weekend. So I figured I can put off tonight, go tomorrow, and then everything will work out.
So
well, we appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm probably not going too far out on a limb here, but you probably appreciate that too.
He made sure to let me know he's going not with just one chick, but multiple chicks. So well played. Well played, sir.
No.
Anyway, so Lieutenant Dan, tell us who you are, kind of what your history with esports is, because you've got some pretty cool stuff in your background.
So I just graduated from the University of Utah, majored in business management. But while I was there, I think it was my junior year, I think the varsity program for esports was launched at the U. They started off with a League of Legends team, Hearthstone, Overwatch, and Rocket League. And at the time, I was, I don't know, like a plat 4 top laner or something. And I was like, you know what? Let's try out. Let's see what'll happen. So I tried out my junior year and obviously did not make the team because, you know, I wasn't very good. But I met a lot of people. I talked to the coach of the club team, which is much more lax, I guess you could say. They're much more chill. They still take it seriously, but obviously they weren't ranked as high. They weren't taking it as seriously with like workout schedules and like scholarships and stuff like that. So I talked to them, tried out for that team, made it on the team my junior year. That was a ton of fun. Met a bunch of great people, and then from there, after that season, I decided that wasn't really my forte as far as competing goes, but I really did like the idea of being involved in esports. So I talked to the team the next year and I said, hey, I don't think I'm going to try out this year, but I'd love to play some sort of manager role or coordinator or something like that. So I kind of took up that role. I helped them enter tournaments, helped them stay organized, stuff like that. Had a lot of fun. And then I think it was around that time, my senior year, I think I got involved with you guys during Extra Life. I think somehow I heard about the tournament. I don't remember quite how.
Well, I think we had who did we have in the League of Legends?
We had a showcase.
We had
a
some people
showcase
from
between the University of Utah and
BYU. Yes,
at playing the Rocky Mountain Cup or something.
We made something up.
So,
they had it. They had it already. We just hosted it.
So it was the Rocky Mountain Invitational, I think. Crimson Gaming was a part of it, and then I think someone approached me and was like, "Hey, do you guys want to play live at this one venue? It's at this event for charity." And I was like, "Hell yeah! Like that sounds sweet." I went there. Obviously, it was so much fun, and then I joined you guys at Gaming Con as well. Had so much fun there, with just running around with our heads cut off and making sure everything was going all right.
Yeah, that was a little nuts.
That was a time.
That was a low point. I'm not gonna lie, that was terrible.
I remember
it was so hard.
I was walking around the back entrance thinking like, where the hell is the entrance to this place? And I think I saw you, Fish, and you were like, oh, hey, Revenant for you. And I was like, oh, okay. And I just walked in, didn't even pay the entrance fee, but don't tell anyone.
I think we let in a lot of people between Danny and I, and
as well
letting,
we should.
We let in a lot of people. We said, we don't care. Come to the back loading dock and we'll let you in.
You're on our team. You're helping us.
Yep, you're part of TLE. Get in there, grab a shirt. See ya.
Exactly. But yeah, I helped out a bunch more with Extra Life this year. That was a blast. I stayed for all 26 hours minus 2 when I had a rehearsal for a show. But I don't know.
I actually slept this year.
Yeah, I did.
On a chair. I couldn't move my neck after.
I remember trying to watch the I think it was the league semifinals with, I forgot what teams there were, but I was just sitting in the chair just passing out.
This year's the 2019's Extra Life event, it's one that will go down in history.
Oh, for sure.
As haunting.
But yeah, you were a huge part helping out with League of Legends there, and I know that we just you and I had a mandate in the middle of the night going to
that was
Denny's.
Beautiful.
So that was a lot of fun. And then coming into 2020, we were wanting to get League of Legends set up, started going again, and Revenite messaged us and was like, hey, I'm stepping down. Both Fish and I, as we were talking about who to replace, you were the first person that we came to. So what kind of attracted you to joining the TLE team, and kind of your thought process on when we approached you to take the spot and spearhead League of Legends?
So I mean, I know I talked with you about this during our little mandate, but I've always wanted to to be involved in esports in some way, shape, or form. Obviously, it'd be cool to be part of the professional scene, but I think it's just as important to be part of the amateur scene as well, just because we want the amateur scene to grow, we want it to flourish, just so people like myself, people like my friends, and people in high school can participate in these competitive environments without having to devote their whole entire life to it, because everyone wants to be a part of a team, everyone wants to be included in something. And I think it's really cool, especially for those people who aren't on traditional sports scenes like football, soccer, baseball, or whatever it is. It's really cool for those people to be able to participate in a team environment that they wouldn't otherwise be able to participate in. And so I know we're starting out in Utah, we're focusing on a lot of Utah schools, Idaho as well, and I think there's obviously some people all around the country and world, I believe. Is that right? We have some people in the UK.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
UK, Canada. We've had gamers from
Mexico.
Mexico, Germany. No, not Nova
Turkey.
Scotia, but Turkey. What is
we had
Finland
one kid
something?
approach us from New Zealand, Australia.
Yeah.
Want us to start an Oceanic division.
and God knows how we reach those people. But I just think it's really cool.
Ping! Terrible.
I think it's really cool just to be a part of that growth and get those people involved in something that they wouldn't otherwise be involved in. I also, obviously, I love League of Legends as much as I hate it as well.
It's a love-hate relationship.
It's definitely a love-hate relationship.
We hear that a lot about League of Legends.
Some days it's just the best game in the world, and every other day it's just the worst.
It's like golf. Golf, you hate the game
fair.
until you hit that one sweet spot, and then you're hooked until you hit it again.
Yep. And the weirdest thing about the League community too is it's known for being probably, I want to say, the most toxic community, maybe other than COD.
I was gonna say those two are kind of the two.
Yeah, I was gonna say
League,
COD, and I think Overwatch is catching.
Yeah, Overwatch definitely. I think COD is known more for trolling, and then League is known more for just legitimate toxic behavior. I don't really know.
But
I think it's really interesting because
they don't know how to play.
90% of the people that I've met in person, been involved within the League community, talking with other coaches, other coordinators, other players, they're also the nicest people I've ever met. It's really cool just to talk to them, organizing games, working with the schedule. They're also helpful. They're also willing to work with me. And it's really weird how it's not representative of what I experience in game. And what I want to do is spread that positivity, that fun, that inclusion that I'm seeing within the League of Legends community, because I want that to move forward and just be in the game forever and not necessarily just in the small amateur competitive scene.
Awesome. Well, I know that we're super happy with having you join us on here at TLE, and I remember kind of telling you when we first met what TLE was, what our goal is, giving amateur gamers professional experiences. It just clicked, and it's awesome, and we're glad that to have you a part of it. But tell us about this current season.
Okay.
Running 2 different nights, Monday and Tuesday. Tell us kind of about the different teams that we have. What are your kind of thoughts so far getting into it, and how are things looking?
I mean, it's only been 1 week, but tell us your thoughts.
All right. So going into the season, the plan was to have 2 different leagues. I tried to name them the Obsidian League and the Azure League, so blue and black, because TLE. But I think we only had 3, maybe 4 teams sign up for the lower ranked league. So I talked to those teams and I was like, hey, we don't have quite enough teams, because I think my cutoff was around 6. We don't have quite enough teams to field a full league for the lower ranked team, but do you guys want to play up? And all 3 teams immediately were like, hell yeah, we want to be the upsets. And I thought that was a great personality from the start. And they've been so much fun to talk with and everything like that. But it's really cool because we have a bunch of teams, mostly from Utah. Unfortunately, we had a team from Sacramento State who had to back out because their school wouldn't let them pay to enter a league. That was a big bummer. But we have a lot of schools from Utah, and it's kind of funny because we have 2 teams from Crimson Gaming, which is the team I used to play for. We have the coach of Crimson Gaming playing on a team called the Teriyaki Boys, who have been in the TLE scene for a while.
They've won a few times.
Exactly. And then we have the Utah Rejects, who compose of some players from the varsity University of Utah team. And so there's 4 teams essentially from the University of Utah. There are 3 from Boise State University. There's 1 from Southern Utah. There's 1 from Trailblazer Esports, which is Dixie State. There's Vapeshire 2, Electric Boogaloo. They are a team that's been here since the beginning, along with Eclipse Fury. And they just played each other on Tuesday night. And I know Rev was super hyped about that because I think they were the first 2 teams to join us for League. And they kind of like a little long-standing rivalry, even though Eclipse Fury kind of wins every time. But, no, but it's really cool.
So does Ohio State. So
yeah, that's fair. But it's really cool to see because I would say more often than not we have some sort of rivalry match or friends playing friends, and like even on I think it was Tuesday night we had Trailblazer, which is Dixie State, play one of the Crimson Gaming teams, and one of the players on the Crimson Gaming team, he transferred from Dixie State, so he's friends with all the players on the other team, and they were all joking, having fun, and all chat, and it's really they all met up at the Extra Life tournament as well.
Awesome.
But the competitiveness in the league is looking pretty fun. We got mostly diamond to plat teams. We do have a challenger player in there. His name's James. He's at the University of Utah. He's a kind of a local celebrity in the league scene here. But it's always fun watching some of these players play, just because some of them like to pull out some more troll-y picks. Some like to just play their one trick. I know we have a one trick Pantheon who's like the number 3 most played Pantheon in the world or something like that.
Jeez.
Wow.
The guy hosts one character for the last however long this game's been out.
I mean, needless to say, he never gets in the league. Just people look up his stats and they're like, oh yes, we're banning Pantheon first.
Yeah, it's good call.
He's still pretty good, but just don't give him Pantheon. But yeah, the league's looking really fun. It's a $25 entry fee, and which means the prize pool is $300. I forget the exact numbers, but I think it's something like 200s go into the winning team, 75 to second place, and then money back to third place. The numbers could be a little iffy on that,
yeah,
but it's something along those lines. I know I have written down somewhere. I need to pull it up. But yeah, I'm super excited. I think this is the first time we've had an entry fee in the League of Legends league.
Yep.
And
I think so.
when I brought it up with all the players, they were super happy about it. They're like, yeah, we actually think this is really good, just because it has the players, or it creates the players to have more commitment towards the league. Because I know sometimes players would sign up and then kind of forget that they had games on certain nights, or they would just kind of not try as hard, and which would make the stream less entertaining. It wouldn't be as fun for viewers, and it's not as fun for the other team when players aren't trying. So because of that, even if it's $5 per person, like it creates people to try a lot more, and it makes it much more entertaining.
Absolutely. So. All right, so before we let you go, Dan, I've got something that we want to go through, and it's a League of Legends quiz.
Oh.
Now, this quiz is multiple choice, and I'm going to start it off without the multiple choice because you're supposed to be an expert in League of Legends. If you do need the multiple choice, tell me, and I'll give you the options. Okay. All
right. But before we start this off, I just want to give a quick disclaimer. I'm not a coach. I'm not an analyst. I'm nothing like that. I'm purely an observer, coordinator, and like the paperwork, not the gameplay. So just
behind the scenes.
Yeah, exactly. So with that said, I'm ready.
All right. Well, we're gonna start off easy, okay?
Okay.
What year was League of Legends released?
We are in season 10 right now. So Ranked started in 2010, but it did not release in 2010. It was out, I want to say, in 2007.
Do you want the multiple choice?
Ah. All right.
2000,
yeah, sure.
9, 10, or 11?
9.
Let me click this. 9 is correct. October 27th, 2009. All right. Which video game company developed the game League of Legends?
Riot Games. Fun fact, Riot was founded on my birthday.
Founded by Mark Merrill and Brandon Beck in 2006.
On September 12th, just saying. But, you know, no big deal.
It doesn't say that on there, so I can't verify.
All right.
Truth
but
or
we'll
false.
take your word for it.
Exactly. All right. How many lanes are there in Summoner's Rift?
Well, 3, but if you include the jungle, 4. So
No, 3. Jungle's not a lane.
hey, just
League... True or false?
You can make your own lane through it.
No, no, this is not driving in Mexico. It's League of Legends. League of Legends is designed only for Microsoft Windows. True or false?
That's false.
It is also designed for Mac.
Mac.
What animals are seen in the Howling Abyss map of the game?
Poros.
Ooh. Got it. Small white creatures called poros. Which tribe... Okay, which tribe do the League of Legends champions Anivia?
Freljord.
What?
Freljord.
That's not one of the options. Braum,
Wait,
Gragas,
what?
Nunu, and Tryndamere. Frostguard, Alvarosan, Winter's Claw.
What? Oh shit. Oh. Okay, wait. Frostguard, Alvarosan, or Winter's Claw?
Yeah. That's
And who- and
Anivia,
who's it?
Braum. Anivia, Braum. I'm probably saying these completely
no.
wrong.
No, you got it.
Gragas,
Gragas.
Nunu, and Tryndamere.
I'm gonna go with what was the first answer?
There's Frostguard, Alvarosan,
Frostguard.
Winter's Claw. Okay, let's go Frostguard. See what happens. Incorrect.
What is it?
Alvarosan.
I haven't even heard of that.
They're loyal to Queen Ashe.
Damn.
Just FYI. Who joins Cyrilda and Avarosa as the third sister in the Three Sisters triad?
Lysandra?
Is it Lysandra, Akali, or Katarina?
It's definitely Lysandra.
It is.
Yeah.
Which League of Legends character leads the Winter's Claw tribe? Sejuani, Lysandra, or Quinn?
Oh, Sejuani.
Correct.
Nice.
Where do players spawn and respawn in the Summoner's Rift map?
Okay, wait. Don't read me the answers. I mean, is there an answer called the Fountain?
There is.
Okay, yeah, that.
Okay, there was also the jungle and the Nexus, but the Fountain is right.
Okay.
All right, we'll go like 2 more.
All right. This is fun. Send me this quiz after. I want to take a look.
All right.
I would not have passed like any of these.
No, I've got them all wrong. In League of Legends, Cassiopeia is half woman and half what?
Snake.
Ooh, got it. All right, last question. This isn't the last question on the quiz, but it's the last one I'm going to go through.
All right.
Which League of Legends champion helps Caitlyn fight crime?
Vi.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Ding, ding, ding. You've won it. You won $1 million. No, you didn't.
All right.
But yes, that is correct.
PLE bucks.
What's that in Stanley Nichols?
It's a 5-to-1 ratio, and I'm not saying which way.
That's funny. Okay, so thank you, Dan. That was awesome. That was actually a lot of fun. That's the ultimate League of Legends quiz, is what that is, and it's a pretty long quiz. There's a lot more left, so you can have fun.
Right. I'll take it later.
Awesome.
All right,
well, again, thank you so much for joining the team. We're excited to have you. Love the energy, the organization, and the behind the scenes. We know League of Legends is in good hands with you, Lieutenant Dan. So thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for giving this opportunity, and talk to you guys later.
Have fun at the
Dan.
ballet tomorrow.
Oh, I will, as
Ugh.
always.
Bringing sleeping.
Oh,
pills.
come on. All right, I'm out of here.
All right, bye. Oh man, okay, that was fun. That was fun having Dan in to come say hello and talk a little bit of League of Legends. As a league we're really excited for. One of our showcase and main founding leagues that we started off with, and so it was also good to hear Revanite on the call the other night. I think Monday night he was on the microphone and just sounding like his hyperactive self.
Dude,
Which was
Rev's a
pretty
good
awesome.
kid, and he started it off, left it in a really good place, and I'm excited for what Dan's doing with it. And yeah, it's obviously one of our biggest games and one of our showcase, and League of Legends is huge, and I feel like it's going to be paving the way for TLE as we progress forward. So good work on those guys.
Is that a little narcissistic there, Hot Tub Dan? Anyway. Anyway, so let's move on. We're cruising on through the podcast. I think,
Fish, we need to get into a little bit Festivus. Of fish time.
It's time for Festivus, the airing of grievances.
All right. Someone get a stopwatch. You got 1 minute, sir.
I've got a little bit more than a minute, but I'm going to talk a little bit about something that happened this week. And Danny, I'm going to fade you out and mute you because I got to talk for a sec. All right. RLCS, April 24th through 26th was canceled, and all based on fears of coronavirus. Now, coronavirus is something that's been happening for the last month or so and has been so overblown and caused people to panic so much that they are canceling things that have no need to be canceled. Now, I understand the liability and the risk that Psyonix has to take on by doing an international event like RLCS. However, canceling it entirely is such a disappointment. It hurts my feelings, it hurts everything, and made me have a really bad end of the week. But we'll get past that to talk just about coronavirus. The coronavirus itself is so overblown, okay? Basically, the numbers for it are so small compared to previous outbreaks of things like SARS, MERS, and even the flu, that the panic being induced by media outlets, by statewide emergencies. The state of Utah, the governor, I think, declared an emergency today because there was one guy who was on a ship in Japan, on a cruise ship, that got brought to Murray for treatment, was released because he's okay now, and sent home. That's the only case of coronavirus in Utah, and yet statewide emergency, which, why? Incentivizing people to go buy toilet paper and pallets of water from Costco and make them run out. Anyway, just to give you some numbers. Right now, total confirmed cases throughout the entire world, 102,000, okay? The vast majority is in mainland China, 80,000 plus, okay? The total recovered from this virus out of that 102,000 is at 57,378 and rising faster than new cases are being discovered. And that doesn't even count the amount of people who may have had coronavirus and not known it. The thing with this coronavirus, COVID-19, is that it's so mild and similar to a common cold in its symptoms that people could be walking around and doing just normal everyday things and not even knowing they have the virus. And so those numbers of total cases could be so much higher, bringing down the actual risks of dying from it to an even smaller percentage. And right now, the total deaths out of that 102,000 is at a little over 3,000, about 34 or 3,500. Okay. In the United States, it's like 10, and 6 of those were in a nursing home in Washington. So from a personal level, I just don't understand the panic. I don't understand the freaking out that people are doing about the virus, and it's something that is being completely overblown. The flu has killed over 18,000 people in the last year, and yet we don't hear this kind of panic and this kind of freaking out about it because it's the flu and everybody's used to it, and if you got a shot, okay, cool. And yet a few people get sick with this coronavirus and everybody loses their mind. Insert Joker meme here. But anyway, I just want to say, don't freak out about coronavirus. It's there, it's a thing, and we'll all get over it. It'll pass and we'll all be fine. Just like the other past 15 years where there's some new disease, some swine flu, from SARS, from MERS, some whatever, it'll pass. If you're washing your hands, the most basic of things you can possibly do, don't lick your fingers if they're covered in dirt or right after shaking somebody's hand. First of all, that's gross. Second of all, it's bad news. So that's it for me. I'm done ranting about it. Coronavirus, don't freak out. Just chill, live your life, and don't even let it affect your mind. Okay, Danny, you're back.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was my minute. I'm done. I'm finished with it.
Yeah, I mean, coronavirus is a thing. It's a cold that has symptoms like the flu. Just be smart and healthy. Wash your hands. Sing happy birthday twice while you're washing your hands. Get underneath your fingernails. And you're fine.
That's about it.
Fine.
Do you have anything you want to rant about, by the way?
No, actually, I'm pretty good. But I do have a kind of a plea, I guess. If anyone out there wants to help with video editing, I'm going to be getting into that, trying to get more of our content out there. So if there are people that are interested in helping out with the TLE team, if you got games that you want to run, if you got want to help with casting, you want to help with production, you want to help with video editing, there's always more stuff that we need to do in order to help TLE grow and hit our goals this year of that we set out and talked about last time. Becoming a Twitch partner, working on getting more partners, sponsorships, so that we can have bigger prize pools and become more legit as a company. So if you guys are interested, we do have some really cool ideas, really cool plans that we're working on, but we're going to need your help to make everything happen. So message me, message Fish, and we'll go from there. That's it on my end. Fish, you got a spiritual thought, or pick me up an inspirational thought to kind of
not quite spiritual, but
yeah, something to a positive note to end us on tonight.
I do, and actually, I'm gonna pull up this this quote here. Actually comes from Michael Jordan, and it says, "Limits, like fears, are often just an illusion." Too often we put limits on ourselves, believing, oh, I can't do this, or I can't do that, or maybe I shouldn't. That's on yourself, and it is often just an illusion because you don't have limits. You put your mind to something, you can do it. We all have the power within ourselves to overcome obstacles, overcome difficulties, and overcome roadblocks. As long as we're able to believe in our own ability and believe in those around us that are going to support us and help us to do it. And so limits, fears, oftentimes are just illusion. When you were a kid and you went to grandma's house, they had the basement. How scared of you were the basement? How scared of the basement were you? I just had a Joe Biden moment. Sorry. You would go down there and it's like, are there monsters in the basement? No, that was your imagination. Those fears, as you grow older, you got over them. You realize, you know what, that was completely false. I can go down there anytime I want. There's no monsters. Still going to run up the stairs, but that's just for exercise. My story, I'm sticking to it. But those fears, those limits that you put on yourself, you should be able to overcome them. As long as you have the support behind you and the mindset that nothing's going to stop you. And so if you have something you want to do, some goals you want to achieve, go out there and get them. Because you have it in your power to be able to make it happen. And that's my thought for the night.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that. And I know we're working hard to try to achieve our goals here at TLE. And we've set some big goals, some really big goals. And we're working hard to make those happen. Because this is what we want to do for the rest of our lives, is run TLE, get it up and going, and make this our careers and make it careers for you guys. On that note, Fish, I think we need to give some people some shout outs. We got some subscribers over the last month, and I'm gonna probably butcher a few names.
Oh boy.
But here we go. T Shankster, thank you so much. Tri-Raptor's a good friend. Awesome. Tech Fatality. Mike Bloombot 2020. Probably not loving that one right now. Yalnif J. First he icy, then he hot. Icy hot. I mean, good guys. Little Weather, thank you so much for the sub on our the channel. DTR Rules 211800 or 211800.
One of those.
Thank you. DTR Rules, Destroy the Relationship Rules. Nope. Stormy Inferno, dude. Oh, Stormy, what a good kid.
All the way from Vegas.
All the way from Vegas. Sin City. Stormy Inferno, just awesome. Wegs 34, huge in our Rocket League scene. Thank you so much. Them Rigs with 2 G's. Dalavine. We're gonna go with that one tonight. Dalavine. He's not gonna like that.
Not at all.
Merksu, another Rocket League guy. Sneaky Clive. Ben, he's helping us out with our social media. Just solid. Keggity.
Yeah.
Keggity, dude.
Came in and subbed once.
Well, welcome
like last month
to the
and
sub list. Keggity.
Here he is.
Good old Keggers. Diamond Koosh, thank you so much. Cleege 112, Asili J. That's my little brother. Thank you. I know the last 7 months he's given his free sub to Critical Role, and this month he gave it to us. So that's big, at least in his eyes. And Kalist creates finally the superstar cheerleader for Thunder Gaming in our Rocket League team.
What?
I thought you were gonna write something down.
Oh no, I'll just say I was gonna say Sniper Goo. He usually gets his resub in there. I don't know if it's right up to date yet, but Sniper Goo's usually got his sub in there. So shout out to Sniper Goo, staff member, my brother, both our brothers being subs. Pretty cool.
Awesome. And seriously, we cannot do this without the subs, the donations, the bits, and without your guys' support. So thank you so much. On that note, on behalf of I'm the One Fish, I'm Yakobescu signing out, saying thanks for joining us tonight, and we will catch you Monday night for League of Legends.
Good night, guys.
Bye.
The League Esports.